It's currently the 16th of March. This morning wasn't very well received. News came from Team Carbide that Robot Wars was not going to be renewed on the BBC. Robot Wars has been axed as far as we're concerned. It's been taken off the air. Such a great height of robotic combat TV shows. This was kind of it was unseen, I suppose. It wasn't really expected that something like this would happen, considering that King of Bots was fairly well received. BattleBots got picked up by the Discovery Channel after ABC didn't renew it. Live events are booming because of the excitement surrounding combat robotics, and the BBC have decided to shelve it, and that's quite sad. I'm a bit confused, a bit conflicted. I'm not even prepared. I haven't done my hair or put my contact lenses in. Look, I'm actually wearing crazy novelty slippers. I do have a fancy new microphone stand there. Look at that. That's amazing. But yeah, the news came as quite a shock. I was expecting that Robot Wars would have at least lasted a few more series. This is quite early. Team Carbide announced it first, and then I saw another tweet from Team Tauron, and then following on from that, Apollo and DRT of Concussion fame, and so on and so forth. It just seemed like a very horrible early April Fool's joke. And then the Menton Run Robot Wars page on Twitter put out a statement saying that the house robots are being deactivated thanks to the judges, Dara and Angela, and the competitors and us fans. People weren't happy. People were not very happy with that. And I've mentioned that Robot Wars is essentially a game show, but having people come out on Twitter in their droves saying like Robot Wars was finding its feet, the past series was immensely entertaining, 10 robots in one arena, great grand final between Carbide and Eruption, it was getting there, it was on its way, seemingly out of the blue, especially after BattleBots and King of Bots, just seeming out of the blue, no more. The 20th anniversary probably wasn't the greatest time to do it. I can't even describe it, can I? Look, there's that continuity error again. Let it come back. BBC Press Office says, "We are very proud of Robot Wars and would like to thank Mentor Media, the presenters, and those involved over the last 3 series. However, in order to create room for new shows, it won't be returning to BBC Two. But now they're going to make a tennis show, a weekly tennis show on BBC Two. See, the problem with Robot Wars was it wasn't very well advertised, it wasn't very well promoted. That kind of rung true when it was pitted against an X Factor final and also Blue Planet 2. And I think that was a big blow in what would have been, I suppose it was a scheduling sort of problem, wasn't it? But yeah, it is quite sad. It's quite disheartening because it got people like me interested in robotics and electronics and engineering. It got kids interested in STEM, science, technology, engineering and maths. It was educational. It was there to educate rather than just entertain. The amount of tweets that I've seen on Twitter about 6-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 4-year-olds who have become immensely interested in this sort of thing, and it's because of Robot Wars. There is a little bit of a silver lining. The BBC don't own Robot Wars. It's not the BBC's property. That's owned by Menton. Menton are the deciders of Robot Wars. BBC just chooses to air it. Menton were the ones who were key in taking it over to Channel 5. Channel 5 were the higher bidder, and Channel 5 took Robot Wars back in the past. And okay, it wasn't the same. It was still Robot Wars, wasn't it? It was still robots fighting, it was still Sir Kill-a-Lot and Matilda and Dead Metal. Maybe they could do the same thing again. Maybe not Channel 5, maybe don't push the boat with Cassie's Chrome or whichever crazy new house robot, but the teams are still there. The teams are still building robots. House robots are probably not going to go without a fight. Hell, as long as we've got the 4 house robots that we had and Jonathan Pierce, as long as you've got robots fighting in a purpose-built bulletproof arena, that's all anyone can ask for. Mentorn have the power. There's a few little inklings and bits and pieces of insider knowledge that seem to think that a new channel will snap it up. Robot Wars was pulling about 1 million viewers, which is okay for BBC Two, not amazing, but BBC Two is a big channel. Something like Dave or Sky or even something like that, that's probably something that they could latch onto and get more viewers. I know I definitely watch. A lot of British people around the country would watch Robot Wars on a different channel. Hell, even Netflix or Amazon, they did the same thing with the Grand Tour. Clarkson, Hammond and May went over to an online format and they are hugely successful. It's one of the most popular subscription-based TV programs there is. Robot fighting, I mean, it's a bit of a niche, but it could work. That's the thing that we all gravitate towards. It doesn't matter if it's Robot Wars or BattleBots over in America or King of Bots or Robo Games. It's all exactly the same thing. As I said, we've got loads of teams that are already over in China filming for This Is Fighting Robots. We've got BattleBots that's just about to start recording again, and we've got loads of British teams going over there, showing them what we're made of. BattleBots was picked up by Discovery. Who knows, it might find it's better suited to Discovery Channel, a channel that is aiming towards engineering and science and technology. We've got Robo Games coming up towards the end of April, I think it is, and many smaller weight divisions fighting around the country. We've got live events, Extreme Robots, Robots Live, that feature competitors from Robot Wars. They're still there, they've not gone anywhere. You've just got to look for it. The big problem that I had when I was younger, when Robot Wars was originally taken off air, was I didn't have the information I had. I didn't have the internet ready at my disposal. My Robot Wars knowledge came from the Robot Wars website and the Robot Wars magazine. That was it. But now we've got Facebook that has said that all the Roboteers are on, all the teams are on, all of them giving advice to new and upcoming ones. We've got people making content that's robot fighting related, not just Robot Wars either. People who make videos, people like me who are doing this. This is the everyman's approach to fighting robots. I put up a post on the unofficial Robot Wars Facebook page urging the makers, the creators, the designers, the YouTubers, the Roboteers to post build diaries and pictures and designs and mini-bot battles and whatever they can do to keep the hype alive, because that's what made me fall out of contact with it. That's what made me fall out of touch with Robot Wars. Now I know that there's a bigger overarching picture towards it all. Robot Wars could be long dead, but these Roboteers are still fighting, they're still building robots, and they're still kicking the living daylight out of each other in a purpose-built arena. Yeah, it's a bit rough around the edges, and spinners are limited to a certain speed, but they're getting there, they're pushing the boundaries. But as I say, I urge everyone, Roboteers, enthusiasts and fans, keep the hype alive, keep it going, keep showing the world that the adrenaline is still pumping and that the sparks are still flying. Because of my challenge, my beta weight project, I've decided to make a team page. Team OTT. Because you can't spell cotton without OTT. I mean, Robotic Idiotic is just one part of that, isn't it? I'm going to actually have to have a team, aren't I, to compete. And that's me making something, that's me doing something. Check it out. But, I mean, I am very disheartened. A lot of people are disheartened. A lot of people have been saddened by the news. It's going to take a long time to sink in. And I might be uploading a video shortly about how it was ridiculous to put something like this up. If not, then, well, so be it. BBC, they're just a massive televisual force, aren't they? You can't not ignore the BBC. And if they can't sustain anything, they're not really bothered about if they hold on to it or not. They got rid of Bake Off. They got rid of 3 of their most entertaining car show presenters. They got rid of The Voice. They got rid of The Simpsons. And these are programs that are still being made, or in a different guise, should I say, but they're still around. Robot Wars could go the same way, and that makes me hopeful. Everyone out there, just carry on being inspirational, keep the hype, and it'll be like nothing's gone. I mean, for now. Hopefully it'll come back. Look at the hashtags. Save Robot Wars. Bring back Robot Wars. See? I personally like this one. But yeah, keep watching my videos, because if the BBC can't bring you fighting robots, then I will damn well assure you that I will. But yes, thank you for watching. This is quite a short one, more of a vloggy video, but if you've got any thoughts, any opinions on it, don't keep them to yourself. Air them. But I'm hoping it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world, it's a TV game show. What am I on about? It may be a TV game show at the end of the day, but it's our damn TV game show. We want fighting robots. We want sparks flying. We want destruction. We're not going to stop it from happening, are we? Who's to say the BBC are going to get in our way? Why should the BBC get in our way? Keep fighting, and I'll keep watching.